creating an LLC is not an instant cheat code to avoid paying taxes. All right. So I see posts all the time where folks show a trip they took or a new car they bought, and they're like, hey, because I posted this, this is now a business deduction. I'm going to save all this money in taxes. All right. There's a lot of nuance and specificity to the US tax code, but here's the basic premise. If you want to take business expenses, you need to A, have a legitimate business, not something you're just, kind of spinning in your own head. And two, those expenses have to be for bona fide business purposes. All right. Otherwise, what will happen is 2 years later, because the IRS moves a little slow, they will show up, they will audit you, and they will disallow those expenses to where you now not only owe the taxes on it, but penalties and fees. Okay. And being realistic, the IRS knows where people are trying to game the system, and they're going to flag that. So again, if you are thinking about creating an LLC, make sure that A, you have a legitimate business that you're planning to run, and B, any expenses you're putting down have a bona fide business purpose. Otherwise, you could find yourself in a hurt locker. Plus, even just by running certain income through an LLC, if you don't structure it properly, you might actually end up paying more in taxes, okay? So for all the influencers out there that are like, just create an LLC and write off your life, and you'll never pay taxes, don't do that. They'll be gone in a couple of years by the time those audits roll around. And remember, at the end of the day, the IRS has the advantage. You have to be the one to prove that any expenses you take are legitimate business expenses. So just my recommendation, don't play that game. If you have a legitimate business, great, strategize with your CPA, but that's just the individual person who's working a regular job. You don't want to mess with an LLC. You're just going to put yourself in a bad spot. So that's your myth busted for the financial side of things today. This was helpful. Give a like and follow for more.